Letters for the 13th, Friday the 13th of August 2021. We were talking about Sturgis today, Sturgis 2021 there in Sturgis, South Dakota, and the big banner there, "This bud's for you." Tasmud says, in the hippie world back when, this bud for you meant something else. Oh. Jen says, I don't think you, Camo Dave, are in the same ballpark as Gene Shalit or Roger Ebert. They were all critics, yeah. But they worked for NBC and the Chicago Sun-Times respectively. You're a competitor for views, ad revenue to donations from those you critique. You and your nomads all worked for Google, YouTube. You're oddly compelling, which is why I watch you, but independent, not really, as they share a forum, etc., etc. Yeah, I don't ask for anything from the people I cover. Okay, I don't expect the people I cover to be helping supporting this channel, but I do think some of you guys out there who enjoy my little reviews here and some of the comments that go along with them, yeah, if you want to help support the channel, my links are below. Oh yeah. I do think Gene Shalit had a cool mustache. Do you remember his mustache? I'll have to Google that. Gene Shalit mustache. That was pretty neat. Oh, are we on? Hi there. I don't see any Fiat 500s today. I don't know. I've been seeing a lot of those. Anyway, RS500. RS says, let's have a Camo Day bet on Morgan leaving her apartment. I give Morgan 3 months before she leaves her apartment with some excuse as to why she can't stay. I don't know. Again, she signed a yearly lease, so I guess she's committed. I guess you can always try to break the lease, but I don't know, man. I don't know. Lee says he thinks that Carolyn's RV life reminds him of a cat lady. She needs about a dozen cats. I don't know. I'm definitely a dog person. I don't see her as a cat lady. What do you think? Is Carolyn's RV life, she seems to be much more of a dog person. What? I am Tesla HD says, I'm too lazy to get a new car. Your channel isn't growing because you just sit in your room. Anyway. Why do you insist on being so lazy, Dave? Yeah, I only do 5 videos a day. I'm lazy, right? I've never seen you do anything that would be considered work. How to get an assembly line job. Building, I don't know, where's that Chattanooga? Don't they have a big automobile plant over there? I don't know. Danny Lee Ingram says, I appreciate it that you have no bias. Yeah. Mad Zub says, Camo Dave will be selling the Bored with Morgan stickers next week. Maybe that's a good thing, Maybe that's a good thing for Morgan's life to get a little boring, Buy a house and then start dealing with all the ups and downs of fixing up the house. Calm things down. Take a few breaths. Get some. I don't know. Just look at romp the dogs through the backyard and the dog park down the road. And maybe that's what she needs. Sometimes a little boredom in your life can be a very good thing. Patsy or Pat, yeah, says she didn't like my video today because she doesn't care much for Morgan, and that Paul, the bread truck guy, his channel isn't any good. So that's what she says. And then somebody said I'm talking crap about Slim Whitman. I mean Slim Potato Head. I don't know, man. He got that cabin up there in New Brunswick, and now he's camping. I mean, there's not a lot really to know. I don't know. Oh, are we on? We were talking about how some nomads are, I think it was Kenny, Camper Van Kenny, talking about how there are probably going to be shortages of certain things in area stores soon, and how I'm noticing in like the Walmart here, you can still get things, but if you were looking for a certain brand or product, you often can't find it. Terry says, I'm on the Eastern Shore. I guess that's Maryland. Eastern Shore is Maryland, Delaware, Virginia there. I'm on the Eastern Shore, and the stores have yet to rebound from the pre-COVID times. Shelves, not just grocery stores, are at a minimum. I was claiming I always have sinusy issues, and I'm sneezing a lot during the summer. Holly Beth says, be careful, the Delta variant starts as a sinus infection type of thing. Yeah, you know, I'm not so worried this year, but last year, every time I got a tickle in my throat, I thought it was coming down with COVID. You know, I do feel better this year that I've got the vaccines, even though, you know, you can still get things. I don't know, man. We were talking about that certain nomad that we don't talk about, the guy with the house there in Illinois. Rick Martin says, I can't imagine anyone getting entertainment from watching a toilet installation in a van. Dude is desperate for content. See, I'm shooting this video in front of a restaurant that closes at like 2 p.m. So I'm using their seats here, and people keep wandering by thinking the place is still open, and they're staring at me like, what am I doing here? GB says, I wasn't aware of BV. I don't know who that is. BV until now. I listened to his rant about you. I thought you were being a nice guy saying what you said. You seem genuinely compassionate, me that is, and I believe you are indeed. If they don't like you, then don't watch. You know, again, that's the thing I get. You know, I mean, I understand people that watch things watch certain channels or personalities they don't like because it's kind of entertaining. I mean, we all do that. There's certain nomads we watch because we kind of don't particularly like them, but they do weird things, and what weird things is he or she gonna do now? But comes a point where you get a certain person, whether they be on YouTube or not, and you just are so that you just don't like them, and your blood pressure goes up, and you get so angry. It just comes to a point where you just turn it off, unsubscribe, you know? Yeah, it's simple. It's too simple, isn't it? Well, if you're getting them views, if you're ranting and raging about a certain person and gets you views, I guess that's a good thing, right? Renee says, excellent perspective, independent boundaries keep the channel vital and viable. As I said, when you are a critic, you cannot let the people that you cover control your channel. And I do see that happening with some other channels where, you know that a certain nomad is, running the show, and all over the chat, and, with a mod status, and you just, you're giving somebody you cover editorial decision about your channel, and it's just not going to end in a good way. It's not going in a good place. If you want to be a critic that people somewhat respect, you have to keep some distance from those you cover, and do not let them run your channel for you. And finally, Route 66 says, don't take YouTube so seriously. Those with popular channels are no more special than those without channels. It's also fake. And again, I think I said that in my video the other day. Too many people are just getting too upset and whining and complaining about YouTube. I mean, really, I guess you don't have enough serious problems in your life to have to spend so much time whining and complaining about things on YouTube, which is, as Mr. Linescrew1 once said, it's not real. Oh, there's a cool Jeep. That's a nice Jeep. I'm leaning heavily to the Jeep these days. I don't know. All right, everybody, thanks for watching. Happy Friday the 13th. Vlog under.